Dear students, we have covered up to Shloka 5 in the previous sessions. We commence with Shloka number 6. It reads, Kadachidasanna sakhi mukhena sa manorathajñam pitaram manasvini ayachataranya nivasamatmanaha phalodayantaya tapassamadhaye. I am writing down this verse. In this verse, Parvati asks permission from her father to go to the forest and perform her tapas. Kadachit means once. After some time, that is, after her talk with her mother, she once approached her father through her friend. Asanna sakhi mukhena sa pitaram ayachata. The kernel sentence is sa, meaning Parvati. Pitaram means her father, that is Himavan. She begged from him. Ayachata means begged. She begged leave of her father in order to go to the regions of the forest. Pitaram ayachata, she begged of her father. What did she beg? Atmanaha aranya nivasam. Nivasam is stay in the forest, aranya. Atmanaha is her own stay, Atmanaha aranya nivasam, her own stay in the forest. For how long is described in the last quarter of the verse. Phalodayantaya, till the realization of the fruit. Phalodaya is the realization of the fruit. Phalodaya anta, this refers to the time, the kalavadhi. So till the realization of the fruit, and till then she was to engage herself in tapas. So, or tapas samadhi, the culmination of tapas. So in order to do the same, she sought permission from her father. Her father is a person who knows her aspiration. Manoratha is aspiration. Manoratha jna. Jna means one who knows. This word manorathajñam qualifies pitaram, her father. Manorathajñam pitaram ayachata. Parvati herself is a woman who is of a firm mind. Manasvini means a woman of a firm mind, a person who is determined. And this request that she made to her father was through her friend. Mukhena refers to the dwara. So Mukhena stands for through. Her sakhi, sakhi is a female friend who was close by. Asanna is close by. So a person who is close to her, through such a female friend, she made the request to her father. Now the word for her close friend who was close by is asanna sakhi. So this asanna is derived from a plus root sad, for which it is the past participle passive form. Roots typically ending in d have their past participle form in this way. From sad we have the form sanna. Similarly, we have roots like khid, from which you get the word khinna, bhid, bhinna, chid, chinna, and so on. So even the words adu, even the root adu has anna, tud, tunna, svid, swinna, nud, nunna. So in all these cases we have the root ending in d and the past participle passive form having double na. The addition of kta yields these kinds of forms. So the Vigraha Vakya of the compound asanna sakhi mukhena is asanna cha asau sakhi cha. This gives the form asanna sakhi and tasyaha mukhena. So through her friend who was close to her, Parvati once made this request to her father. The dissolution of the compound Manoratha Jnam, we shall first consider this unit Jnam, which is dissolved as Janati iti Jnaha. Manorathasya Jnaha. Manoratha Jnaha. Tam Manoratha Jnam. So Manorathajnam Pitaram Manasvini Ayachata. Parvati was of a firm mind. We have seen in the previous verse how even the dissolution of her mother, done lovingly, did not bear fruit, in the sense that she was determined to achieve her goal, and therefore Parvati is a Manasvini. The dissolution for the word Manasvini itself is given as Prashastam Manaha Yasyaha Sa Manasvini. So one whose mind is prashasta or precious or devoted to a high goal. In the commentary of Narayana, a verse is cited which gives the definition of Manasvini. Mahakarye kritodyogaha vignairahata manasaha prarabdham na tyajatiyaha sa manasviti kathyate. Such a person is called Manaswin, who, while being engaged in a great enterprise, Mahakarye Kritodyogaha, Vignair Ahata Manasaha. So his mind is not, impeded by obstacles and impediments. Prarabdham na tyajatiyaha. He is a person who would not abandon the task that he had taken up. Saha Manasviti Kathyate. Such a person is called a Manaswin. Even so here, Parvati had taken up this task of attaining the love of Lord Shiva through tapas, and in spite of the persuasions to the contrary by her mother, she has not given up. Though she knows that the task is very arduous, she holds on to that till the completion of her task and till the attainment of her goal. And that is stated in the last pada of the verse, Phalodayantaya tapassamadhaye. The word Phalodayantaya is to be dissolved thus, Phalasya udayaha Phalodayaha. So Saha Antaha Yasya Saha Phalodayantaha. The word Antaha is explained as Avadhi here. So this refers to the upper time limit of her tapas. So the whole expression Phalodayantaya qualifies tapassamadhaye, which itself is to be dissolved as tapasaha samadhihi tasmai. Words ending in dhi are masculine. For example, the word sandhi is masculine, vidhi is masculine, upadhi is masculine. So similarly here samadhi is also masculine. That's why we have here tasmai. So tapasas samadhihi tapassamadhihi tasmai tapassamadhaye. So it is qualified by phalodayantaya. Till she accomplishes the fruit of her tapas, she was to go and stay in the forest, and therefore she chose aranya nivasam, atmanaha aranya nivasam. So atmanaha, even though the shabda itself is masculine, it refers to Parvati. The word atman can be used by any person to refer to one's own self, whether it is a man or a woman or a neutral thing, and therefore atmanaha is in Shashti Bhakti Ekvachana form. So this is Pullinga Shashti Bhakti Ekvachana form. Atmanaha aranya nivasam. Nivasa is stay in the forest. Therefore aranye nivasaha, aranya nivasaha. Tam ayachata. So she asked for that. Ayachata itself is from root yach. Yachru yanchayam is the Paninian dhatu patha. So it is bhwadi atmane. So first conjugation atmane, and therefore the forms are yachate, yachete, yachante, and in the lung form it is ayachata, ayachetam, ayachanta, ayachathaha, ayachetham, ayachadhvam, ayache, etc. These are the forms of the verb ayachata, etc. So ayachata aranya nivasam atmanaha phalodayantaya tapassamadhaye. Note that here the root yach is ditransitive. It is akarmaka, it is dvikarmaka. So it has two objects. So one is pradhana karma and another is the gauna karma. So there are two karmans here, also known as direct object and indirect object. The indirect object being pitaram. She asked her for her father, and the direct object is atmanaha aranya nivasam. We can note the karmatva of the two by the dvitiya ending. So pitaram also is M21 and atmanaha aranya nivasam is also M21, that is masculine accusative singular forms. So Pullinga Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekvachana forms. So the Dvitiya Vibhakti form of both Pitaram and Aranya Nivasam show that they are the objects of Ayachata. So in this verse, Parvati has thus made a request to her father. She is a Manaswini, and that is why she would not budge from her goal. The dissolution for Manaswini was given as Prashastam Manaha Yasyaha Sa. In the case of words ending in as, as for example in Manas, we have the possession conveyed by adding win to it. Therefore, it becomes Manaswin. Same with the cases of Tejas, Tejaswin, and then Tapas, Tapaswin. In all these cases, you can see that win is added in the sense of possession. So this Manaswini, a determined woman as she was, she had a thorough clarity of the goal that she had to pursue, and therefore till the attainment of her goal she would resort to the performance of tapas. And she chose to live in the forest, aranya nivasam atmanaha ayachata, and that is because tapas is not done inside the house. So that is, it is not easy to do. What conduces more to the performance of tapas is ekanta, and therefore in order to seek seclusion, so she chose to live in the forest because there the distractions are the least, and therefore she can concentrate on her tapas very well. So this is the reason for her choosing to perform tapas in the forest. And she also had the confidence that her father would give assent to her desire, because he was Manorathagnya, that is, he knew very well what her aspiration was, and she knew therefore that he would concur with her and give his assent to her request. I think we can now pass on to the next verse. Verse number 7 is Athanurupa Abhinivesha Toshina Kritabhyanugnya Guruna Gariyasa Prajasu Paschat Prathitam Tadakhyaya Jagama Gauri Shikharam Shikhandimat. In this verse it is stated that Parvati's father was actually happy at her resolve. So he permitted her to go to the forest to perform her tapas, and she went to the place called Gauri Shikhara. So this is the place that actually became famous after her own success in her tapas. Atha means afterwards, that is, after seeking permission from her father. Atha, Gauri, sometimes the word Gauri Shikharam is taken as a single word. It is also possible to construct that as two words, and therefore Gauri is Parvati, is the subject of the sentence. Gauri is Parvati. Jagama, she went. Where did she go? She went to Shikharam, the peak. So she went to one of the Himalayan peaks. Now, how was this peak? This peak of the Himalayas was full of peacocks. The word Shikhandi in Sanskrit means peacock. So mat refers to the position. So abounding in peacocks. So she went to a peak of the Himalayas which abounded in peacocks. And this is also a peak which became famous. Prathitam is famous. Later on, Paschat. It became famous among citizens by her own name. Tat refers to her, that is Parvati. So Tadak Akhya is name, and Tadakhyaya by her own name. So that Shikhara came to be called Gauri Shikhara. So Tadakhyaya Prathitam, which came to be known after her own name, to that peak of the Himalayas Parvati went to perform her tapas. When did she do this? It was after she was permitted. Krita Abhyanugnya. Abhyanugnya is permission. So Krita here means granted. So after the permission was granted by Guruna. Guruna refers to her elder. Obviously here it refers to her father, who was a very magnanimous person, who was a very great person, Gariyasa, a highly esteemed person. her own father is qualified by one expression, Anurupa Abhinivesha Toshina. Toshina, who was only glad at her Anurupa Abhinivesha. Abhinivesha is resolve, which was Anurupa, befitting. So her father was really happy at her appropriate resolve. It behoved a person like Parvati to be, his own daughter Parvati, to be in love with a person of the stature of Lord Shiva, and therefore her father was actually very happy, and therefore he is Anurupa Abhinivesha Toshin. So the dissolution of the compound would be Anurupascha Asau Abhiniveshascha. Would be Anurupabhiniveshaha Tena Toshina, that is Anurupabhiniveshena Toshina. Even the word Toshin can be analyzed as Tushyati iti Toshi. One who rejoices is a Toshin. So, Tena Toshina. So, Anurupa Abhinivesha Toshina. On the one hand, her mother was somewhat unhappy that Parvati will have to undergo so many difficulties, whereas her father, though he knew too that she had to undergo very many austerities and hardships, he was very happy at her firmness in her goal. So, Abhinivesha is that firmness of mind. And the Abhinivesha that she had was something that behoved a princess of her stature, and therefore he was Anurupa Abhinivesha Toshin. Her father has been referred to as Guruna. There are several persons who are called Guru in Sanskrit. So a person who gives birth is also called a Guru. A person who imparts knowledge is called a Guru, and so on. So here her father is her Guru here. Guruna Gariyasa. The word Gariyas is the comparative form from the base Guru. Atishayena Guruhu Gariyan. As it is masculine, you have the form Gariyan. If it is feminine, it would be Gariyasi, and if it is neuter, it is Gariyaha. So the forms are Gariyan, Gariyamsau, Gariyamsaha, etc. In the instrumental case, we have this form Gariyasa, Gariyobhyam, Gariyobhihi. So Gariyasa Guruna Kritabhyanujña, she was thus granted permission by her father. Her father was very happy that she had chosen a worthy goal. So upon being permitted, Kritabhyanujña, so to be dissolved as Krita Abhyanujña Yasyaha Sa. Abhyanujña is the permission. So permission granted. Upon being permitted by him, Kritabhyanujña, she laterally, that is subsequent to a place, she went to the place, to the peak Shikharam, which is full of Shikhandi. Shikhandinaha asmin santi iti. Shikhandi Matu is neutral, is neuter gender, because it qualifies Shikharam, so which itself is neuter. So this is N21, Navamsakalinga, Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekavachana, and therefore Shikhandi Matu is also Navamsakalinga, Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekavachana. So Shikhandi Matu, this Matu is a contraction of the Matup Pratyaya, which it is used in the sense of possession. There are half a dozen senses in which this matup is used. So they are listed, for example, in the verse Bhuma Ninda Prashamsasu Nitya Yoge Abhi Atishayane Samsarge Asti Vivakshayam Bhavanti Matupadayah. And therefore, this is a place that abounds in peacocks. Malinatha notes that she chose a place which was full of peacocks, which indicates that there are no wild animals there. Natu himsra prani prachuram, says Malinatha. So the best place to perform tapas is a place which is peaceful and quiet and which has a beauty of its own, and therefore the choice of the place is one where peacocks abound. So the peacock itself is known for the charm of its person, and it is only a place which is full of darbha grass, which has krishnamrigas or the dark antelope, and which has peacocks. So it is such a place that is considered as best for the performance of tapas, and Parvati chose a place like this, which obviously shows that the quite a safe place for the performance of tapas, and there could be no distraction for her tapas. The form jagama, it's from root gam, gamulrigatau is the Paninian dhatu patha, and the forms are jagama, jagmatuhu, jagmuhu, jagmitha, jagantha, jagmathuhu, jagma, jagama, jagama, jagmiva, jagmima. So these are the forms in the various purushas and vachanas of this root in lit lakara. So this is lit prathama purusha ekvachana, or third person singular form. So Gauri Jagama is the kernel sentence. Parvati went to a shikharam, which was Shikhandimatu. So in this verse it is shown that Parvati took the permission of her father. In the previous verse, how she took the permission of her mother has been shown, and in this verse, how she took the permission of her father is also shown. Now, even though Parvati knew what she was doing was right, it is very becoming of her to seek the permission of the parents, because even when a person does something that he knows by conviction to be quite proper and appropriate and even dharmic, so one has to seek the permission and the blessings of the elders in order to undertake a good task. So this we find even in Shakuntalam, for example, so where it is said dharmacharanepi paravashoyam janaha. So even in matters of performance of dharmic activities, she would seek the permission of her elders, such as sage Kanwa and so on. So this way, Parvati, even though she knew that the task that she was undertaking was after all quite correct and good and great, yet she chose to get the permission from her parents and only then on proceed to perform her tapas. We shall go to the next verse. This is verse number 8. Vimuchya sa hara maharya nischaya Vilola yashti pravilupta chandanam babandha balaruna babru valkalam payodharotsedha vishirna samhati. In this verse, the kind of change of lifestyle that Parvati had to adopt to or described. Sa is the subject of the sentence, refers to Parvati. Valkalam babandha. She now began to wear the bark garment. The garment that is made of the bark of the tree bark, that is called Valkala in Sanskrit. Sa Valkalam babandha. Parvati herself is referred to as Aharya Nishchaya. So an idea that has been hinted at in the previous verses also, namely a person who in her resolve, Nishchaya is resolve, is Aharya, unshaken. Such Parvati, Haram Vimuchya. Vimuchya means she disbanded her necklace. The word haram itself is qualified by Vilola Yashti Pravilupta Chandanam. Chandanam is the sandal paste that is applied on the body and that sandal paste used to wipe off, pravilupta, wiped off by the strings in the hara. And this happened in contexts where the hara used to be tossed about this way and that, as for example during her movement or during her play and so on. Vilola yashti pravilupta chandanam haram sa vimuchya valkalam babandha. So one action is described in the first half of the verse and the second action. So what she abandoned is shown in the first half of the verse, and the new action that she began to take up is described in the second half of the verse. Sa valkalam babandha, she now put on the bark garment. Now how was the bark garment? It was babru, means yellowish. The yellowish bark garment she put on, and it is comparable to the morning sun, Balaruna, is the hour just before dawn. So the hour preceding the dawn, the color of that is somewhat yellowish or slightly brownish, and the bark garment that Parvati wore had a similar color. And as still she was in her blooming youth, the effect of that was, the effect on the bark garment was that its samhati or texture was slackened, vishirna, on account of her towering breasts. So in Sanskrit it's common to see sometimes adjectives describing the effect. So here also it is the same thing. Payodharotsheda vishirna samhati is a consequence that follows the Valkala bandha. So but it is given as an adjective for Valkala itself. So there is a change in lifestyle when she has to take recourse to the performance of tapas, and therefore for the changes that were required in the lifestyle of Parvati was that she set aside all objects of enjoyment. So the hara or the necklace is an object of enjoyment, and therefore that had nothing to do now, see, with her austerities, and therefore doing away with things that are unnecessary itself is an integral part of the performance of austerities or the pursuance of any high goal in life, and therefore she discarded her haram, so her hara, so the necklace. Vimuchya is abandoning, So it is to be analyzed as V plus root much. The root that is given in the Paninian Dhatupatha is Muchilru Mokshane is the form that is given there. So Vimuchya is the form is obtained by the addition of lep form. This is a lebanta and hence an avyaya. So Vimuchya is an indeclinable past participle or lebanta avyaya. Haram Vimuchya, so discarding the hara or the necklace, this person Parvati who was Aharya Nishchaya, the dissolution for Aharya is Aharyaha Nishchayaha Yasyaha Sa. She whose Nishchaya or resolution is Aharya, something unchangeable. So the word Aharya itself is analyzed as Hartum Yogyaha Haryaha. So Haryaha na bhavati yadva na Haryaha is Aharyaha. What cannot be altered? So what cannot be shaken? So Parvati was very firm in her resolution, as was pointed out in the previous verse by the expression Manasvini, which also conveys the same idea. So Aharya Nishchaya Parvati, Aharya Nishchaya Sa Haram Vimuchya. So she abandoned her necklace. So she gave up her hara and then she took up her valkala. The word haram itself is qualified by one adjective, Vilola Yashti Pravilupta Chandanam. So the dissolution of this word is Vilola Yashtihi. Yashti refers to the string. So there can be a single string in the necklace, or as we see descriptions in other kavyas and shastras, so there can be multiple strings also, in which case we have Vilolaha Yashtayaha. We can dissolve either way. So Vilolaha Yashtayaha Taya or Tabhihi accordingly. Praviluptam Chandanam Yena Saha refers to the Haraha, which is masculine, and therefore Tam here refers to the Haram, and therefore Vilolayashti Pravilupta Chandanam is that hara which wiped off, so which would wipe off Pravilupta Chandanam, the sandal paste that she had applied upon her bosom. And this activity of wiping off of the sandal paste was caused by the strands of the necklace, which themselves would be moving this way and that. Vilola refers to that. And Vilola Yashti Pravilupta Chandanam Haram Sa Vimuchya. So removing that, she now put on Babandha. The removal of the necklace is a sort of an upalakshana for all the earlier types of objects of enjoyment that she was used to, and this Valkala Bandhana itself is again indicative of the new lifestyle. And the Valkala that she now came to wear was Babru like Balaruna. The dissolution for Balaruna is Balascha Asau Arunascha is equal to Balarunaha. Saha Iva Babru Yatu Tatu. because this qualifies Valkalam is, which itself is neuter, n to 1, Napumsakalinga Ditya Vibhakti Ekvachana, and therefore Balaruna Babhru itself is in Ditya Vibhakti Ekvachana, Napumsakalinga Ditya Vibhakti Ekvachana, as it qualifies Valkalam. So Valkalam being Napumsaka, neuter in gender, the adjective for the word Valkalam here is Balaruna Babhru, also has to be Napumsakalinga Ditya Vibhakti Ekvachana. Balaruna Babhru Valkalam Sa Babandha. So Parvati came to wear that kind of a Valkala or the bar garment, and that Valkala itself is qualified by another adjective, namely Payodharotsedha Vishirana Samhati, and therefore as this whole expression qualifies Valkalam, the whole expression itself is in Napumsakalinga Dvitiya Vibhakti Ekvachana. Though the word Samhati is by itself a Strilinga word, so Samhatihi would be a Strilinga word. Here, as forming a part of the compound, especially if a Bahuvrihi, so it does not retain its own gender, but gets the gender of the word it qualifies, and therefore Payodharotsedha Vishirana Samhati is also Napumsakalinga Dvitiya Vibhakti. So just as she wore a Valkala which was Balaruna Babhru, it is also a Valkala which was Payodharotsedha Vishirana Samhati. Now, how do we understand this word Payodharotsedha Vishirana Samhati? So Payodharayoho Utsedhaha, Payodharotsedhaha Tena Vishirana Samhatihi Yasyatat. The tat obviously refers to Valkalam, and therefore tat Valkalam, so Payodharotsedha Vishirana Samhati Valkalam Sa Babandha. Parvati came to wear now this bar garment. So there is a clear change in her lifestyle. So Vishirna so refers to loosened or slackened. This is from V plus root shru. Words ending in roots ending in long r have their PPP form or past participle passive form, ktanta form, in forms such as shirna. Take for example root jru, jrishva yohana becomes jirna. Similarly kru, kirna, tru, tirna. One exception being pru becomes purna. So in all these cases we find that there is a pattern here. Words ending in long r have their past participle form having the ending in shirna, as in shirna, jirna, etc. So Vishirna Samhati, the texture has slackened on account of that. The forms for Babandha are, so this is from root bandh. Bandha, bandhane is the form of form in the dhatu patha, and the lit form, so this is root bandh lit 1-1. In narrative poems such as Kumara Sambhava or Raghumsha, we have an abundance of lit and lung forms. So the forms are Babandha, Babandhatuhu, Babandhuhu, Babandhita, Babandha, Babandhathuhu, Babandha, Babandha, Babandhiva, Babandhima. These are the forms. So that Valkala she wore. The word Nishchaya and Nirnaya are synonymous as given in the Amarkosha, Samau, Nirnaya, Nishchayo. And for the whole idea, you can see a parallel in Kalidasa's Abhigyan Shakuntalam also, where he says, Atra Payodhara Vistaretra Atmano Yavano Upalabhasva. In such cases, we have a parallel idea. And you can find that Kalidasa repeats his ideas many times in many works of his. So, this explains this verse. We shall pass on to the next verse, verse number 9. यथा प्रसिद्धैर मधुरम शिरोरुहैः जटाभिरप्येवम् अभूत तदानम्. न षट्पदश्रेणिभिरेव पंकजम् सशैवलासङ्गमपि प्रकाशते. In this verse, Kalidasa says that Parvati now began to bedeck her person with jatas or matted hair, and yet her beauty was not diminished. This is the idea that is conveyed in this verse. Tadananam evam abhut, that is the kernel sentence. Tadananam refers to her face. Tat here refers to Parvati. Tat is the pronoun referring to the noun Parvati or Gauri as in the previous verses. Tadananam, her face, evam abhut, was similarly. Now what this evam means will be has been described in the first verse, in the first line of the verse. So even with jatabhihi api, jata is matted hair, jatabhihi api evam abhut. Even upon wearing this matted hair, she came to have the same condition. The condition is given in the first line. Tadananam madhuram abhut. So madhuram means sweet, sweet in look. Her face was sweet when she decorated herself with her hair. Shiroruha refers to the hair, with decorations. Prasiddha means decorations. As by means of decorations, yatha prasiddhaihi shiroruhaihi, her hair looked sweet with the hair decorated, well decorated. So her face looked sweet. So prasiddha means decorated. Prasiddhaihi shiroruhaihi, with decorated hair. Tadananam madhuram abhut, her face looked sweet. Now with the change in lifestyle, where she has come to have matted hair, even with that, jatabhihi api tadananam madhuram abhut, evam madhuram abhut, her face looked similarly sweet, equally sweet. So there is no change in the sweetness of the look of her face. Evam stands for the identity. Now this idea is conveyed through an analogy in the second half of the verse. Pankajam prakashate, the lotus looks well, the lotus shines. Normally the beauty of the lotus is in the company of bees, because they provide an excellent color contrast. So the lotus is red and the bees are blackish blue or bluish black. Shatpada refers to the bees. Shatpada Shreni, rows of bees. It is as a consequence of the rows of bees that the lotus shines. However, the beauty of the lotus is not confined to and limited by the company of the bees. So that is conveyed by na and eva. Pankajam षट्पदश्रेणिभिः eva na, but sashaivala sangam api prakashate. So pankajam prakashate षट्पदश्रेणिभिः, but it's not limited to that. So pankajam षट्पदश्रेणिभिः eva na prakashate, but also sashaivala sangam. Shaivala or Shaivala in Sanskrit refers to mass, M-O-S-S, mass. Sangha is company. So in the context of the mass, also the lotus shines. In the case of ordinary things, the surroundings of mass would detract from the beauty of the item which they surround. However, in the case of the lotus, that is not the case. So this idea conveys effectively how the change in the hairstyle of Parvati has in no way detracted from the beauty of her face. This has been very well conveyed here. The word Prasiddha has the more famous meaning of being famous, and as Amarkosha points out, Prasiddhau Khyata Bhushitau. The word Prasiddha has two senses, Khyata and Bhushita. So in order to show that there are two words, namely Prasiddha, so he uses the dual, saying, so one sense is Khyata and another has the sense Bhushita. So here the word Prasiddha refers to Shiroruha, the hair. There is no question obviously of the hair being famous. So here the hair being decorated is the sense that is to be applied here. Now hair well decorated naturally adds to the beauty of the face. A disheveled hair or an unkempt hair would certainly detract from the beauty of the face, and therefore Parvati as a princess would naturally pay attention to her physical beauty, and with the decorated hair her face used to look very sweet. Madhuram means sweet. The Amarkosha says Swadu Priyautu Madhurau. So Swadu and Priya so are two senses of the word Madhura. Swadu Priyautu Madhurau. So Shiroruhaihi Prasiddhaihi Shiroruhaihi, it was Madhuram. Shiroruha is dissolved as Shirasi Rohanti iti Shiroruhaha. Taihi Shiroruhaihi. So the hair grows on the head and therefore significantly it's called Shiroruha. The word Shiroruha has its verbal content in the form of root ruh. So it is glossed by Panini's Dhatu Patha as Bija Janmani and Pradurbhavecha. These are the two senses of root ruh. So Shiroruha is what grows on the head. Parvatyaha tadananam is tasyaha ananam. Tasyaha referring to Parvatyaha. Ananam, lapanam, mukham refers to the face. Tasyaha ananam, Parvatyaha ananam. Madhuram abhut. Abhut itself is from root bhu, bhu sattayam, of which it is the lung form, prathama purusha ekvachana form. The forms are abhut, abhutam, abhuvan, abhuhu, abhutam, abhuta, abhuvam, abhuva, abhuma. Now The face of Parvati was attractive on account of Shiroruhaihi. Equally so, it was on account of Jatabhihi. So, Jata or Sata sometimes is used to refer to the matted hair. So, with the matted hair also, api evam tadananam abhut. The putting on of jata should have detracted from the beauty of the face of anyone. However, this was not true in the case of Parvati. Tadananam madhuram abhut. Evam madhuram abhut shows that it was equally charming. The charm was in no wise diminished on account of this new hairstyle, is what is conveyed in this verse. And there is also the famous saying, Sarva Shobhaniyam Surupam Nama. Now this is the statement of Bhasa in his Pratima Nataka. Say, good form, naturally beautiful things, they remain attractive irrespective of the context. Now this is brought home to us by means of an excellent analogy in the latter half of the verse. Here the analogy of the lotus is given. This should have very naturally occurred to Kalidasa as the perfect analogy for Parvati's face. So in later contexts also, during the performance of Parvati's tapas also, he brings in this analogy to her face, and anyway this comparison of the lotus to the face is a common enough example that is given. So he gives this analogy of the lotus, pankajam. The word pankajam is derived as either pankat or panke jayate iti. This is also given as an example for a yoga rudha shabda. The meaning of a word is known through its yoga or the components, or sometimes it is purely rudha. That means usage holds it to have that sense, and the yoga or the components do not give indication of that meaning. And sometimes it can be yoga rudha, where both have a role to play, and whatever is born in panka, so or mair, does not have the sense of being called a pankaja. So on the other hand, it is only lotus that can be referred to as a pankaja. So pankajam prakashate, it shines. So what brings the prakasha to the lotus? Shatpada Shreni. Shatpada refers to the bee. The bees are they possess 6 legs, and therefore Shat Padani Yesham Te Shat Padaha. Tesham Shrenayah. Shreni is Strilinga, and therefore you have to add Tabhihi. Shatpada Shrenibhihi by means of the lines of Shreni refers to a row or a line. Shatpada Shrenibhihi by means of the rows of bees, Pankajam Prakashati, the lotus shines very well. But it is not limited to that. So even in a very contrastive context also, this lotus shines. So Shaivala refers to the moss, or Pachi as it is called in Kannada or other languages. So Sangha is the context. So even against the context of the moss, which is to be dissolved as Shaivalanam Sangaha, is शैवला संगः. तेन सह वर्तते is Sashaivala Sangaha. So, Sashaivala Sangam api prakashate. So, even in the context of the Shaivala, so it looks equally charming. So, in this shloka, Kalidasa has shown that as Parvati was endowed with a natural form, in no way was her form or her beauty reduced on account of the new lifestyle which demanded putting on the matted hair in place of her bedecked hair. So, the tapas would not detract from the beauty of Parvati. This is the idea that is conveyed in this verse. We will continue the class in the next session.